This is Paranormal Short Session 15 by Keith Evans at the Chestnut Street Cemetery. I'm at the Hobart plot. It's H-O-B-A-R-T. Plot is P-L-O-T. Today is Friday the 5th of May 2023. Today I'm going to be looking mainly at two plots that have names on them. Theodore Edmund Hobart has this full cover of the grave, almost like a grave cradle of almost like a big tombstone. And then a little like pillow at the top, which doesn't have any writing on it. And then a little tombstone, which is partially looks like a tree trunk with the limbs cut off. In the past, it's hard to read the top, but in the past when I've seen tombstones like this, it would say Woodman of the World Memorial. So I think that's what this says. So in the time period of his death, it looks like it was 1907. So that would be about the time period when people passed away were somehow associated with the Woodman of the World Memorial. There's actually 7 plots or spaces here. There's one here with a full covered grave cradle. I don't see any information. There's like 2 here. That would be 4. 5, which is too new to show. 6 is empty, and then 7 would be the little baby Mary Elizabeth. So I'm going to get out the thermal imager and see if I can pick up anything that will be noticeable for the viewers at home. I'm going to try to stay in the shade. That way I get the best thermal images. You should be able to see that. That is Theodore Hobart's grave. With you're looking at the kind of like the headstone, the pillar area where the log is sitting off to the side, all cam down. The rest of it's pretty much in the sun, so it's warmer. Even though the headstone is in the sun too, hasn't been in the sun that long. You can see some of it's shady on this side. Most of it's been in the shade most of the morning. So it's still cooler. I don't see anything unexplained there. It's going to take longer for the tombstones to warm up, even though that little cement area there is quite warm. But it's been in the sun at least since I've been here, and I've been here almost an hour. Now this area here, you can see this purple area is in the shade here. So there's nothing unexplained there. Then this newer tombstone, which I won't mention the name there, so I'll just show you if there's any unusual heat signatures, and I'd say not, because most of that, the grave cradle, that's covered by the entire cement slab, is mainly in the shade. And the newer headstone is still somewhat purple, but it takes a while for the heat to change on something that's been sitting in the cool all night long. And then this is the little baby, less than a year old, Mary Elizabeth. Sorry for your loss. And her tombstone is still purple, even though it's been out in the sun for a while. The grave cradle around it, which is not a slab, it's just like a little grave wall. That's also purple. I'm in the shade, so you should be able to see that pretty good at home. It's kind of hard for me to see. All right, and then you can see the whole boundary of the Hobart plot. Let's see if I can get that. The whole boundary is pretty much cooler because it's cement. I think I covered that Got it on. It's hard to see for me because I'm getting the mirror image from the sun. All right, let's go back to Mary's. I don't see anything here that would be unexplained. Most of your purple areas are shade. The brighter yellow, orangish areas are in the sunlight and are usually like dirt or grass background. So, all right, I'm going to turn. Of course, this is the C5 by FlIR. I'm going to turn this off. And I'm Keith Evans, the man behind the camera. And the voice that you hear throughout my Paranormal Short Sessions. All right. I'm going to go back up here to Mr. Theodore Hobart's tombstone. I'll turn on the Ovilus Vb and see if I can get any response here. I'll get in the shade where I'm nice and comfortable. It's not that hot out, but you feel it. Mr. Theodore Hobart, anything you'd like to say? I feel like I got a word. Where? W-E-A-R. Kind of like a drawn out, like where. Anyway, that's my version of what I thought I heard. Where is W-E-A-R? Are you asking me where am I? Where are you? Or are you actually saying what are you wearing? I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Some comfortable shoes. As a ghost, what are you wearing? It's unusual to get like a word like where. You talking about wear and tear, like the wear and tear on your gravestone? The reason why I can't read the Woodman of the World memorial on top. Maybe that's what Mr. Hobart was referring to. Okay, Mr. Theodore Hobart, what type of work did you do? I imagine it had something to do with the logging business or converting the raw lumber into boards and things that could be used to build stuff like houses. What did one have to do to be qualified to be considered a Woodman of America or Woodman of the World memorial? Was it just something that a person could just buy the likeness of the emblem and put it on a log, or did you have to accomplish certain feats within your life to qualify for that? So far, the only thing I have is where, W-E-A-R. Mr. Hobart, what did you like most about Apalachicola? Mr. Theodore Edmund Hobart, where did you last live in Apalachicola? Do you remember the street address? Of course, now your remains of your biological body are at the Chestnut Street Cemetery. Let's see what we're getting. Getting some deep, drawn out voices. Let's see what they are. After where was haunting, Haunting, and beer, B-E-R. Haunting beer. Well, That sound you were hearing, I think, is like a nail gun. I think they're doing some repairs. I don't know if this sound is sensitive enough to pick it up, but it's not paranormal. Haunting beer. So you're haunting beers? I guess that would be pretty good to haunt beers. Hey, Mr. Hobart. Got another one here. Leg, Leg. Mr. Hobart, can you tell me anything about yourself? Like, what type of work did you do? Did you own a lumber business? Did you own a tree cutting business? Yeah, it's coming in really clear. Mr. Hobart, what would you like to talk about? Would you like to ask me a question? As a ghost or a spirit, if you wanted me to be able to see you during the day, would you be able to come up with enough energy to have the luminosity for me to be able to see you during the day? Or would the sunlight just drown you out to the point where the human eye would not be able to pick you up? Mr. Hobart, who's buried to, I guess if you're laying in the grave, it would be to your left, but as I'm standing here looking at your grave to my right, who's buried there? Do you have a name for me? And also, I'd like to know who is buried in these little matching grave cradles. They're kind of built with one center plot. Well, I know who's buried here because this is a newer one. And who's buried here, Mr. Hobart? Or is this one just left empty? All right, Mr. Hobart, I will consider that you are out of energy. And I will go over here to Mary Elizabeth. Mary Elizabeth, you were the daughter of C.E. and C.E. Hobart, born January 5th, 1866, died March 21st, 1866, less than a year old. Is there anything that you'd like to say? You got to use your energy to choose words from the Ovilus Vb's database. And oh yes, everything, all the photos and short videos in this video is going to be on YouTube. The other short clips and photos will be on Instagram and Facebook. If that's something that you don't want to be a part of, then don't show yourself so that you have the luminosity so that my camera can pick you up, and don't choose any words in the Ovilus Vb. When it comes to the FlIR C5 camera, just don't use any energy from the environment. That way we won't pick up a cooler area, because that's the only way we know that you're there with the thermal imager. Did I get another word? I did. After leg is moth, M-O-N-T-H, and went, W-E-N-T. Went a moth. I don't think I went a moth. I don't understand. Leg went a moth. Leg, moth, went. I'm not sure what that would mean. Trying to say I went them off without much pain. I don't seem like it's been any different for good or worse. Neither of my legs, so. But it does say leg. It don't say L-E-G-S. It just says L-E-G. So. Can you specify which part of the leg you're talking about? Maybe you're talking about your leg in the burial plot here at the Chestnut Street Cemetery. There's 2, 4, 5. One might be empty, and 6 that we know of. Possibility of 7. Mary, what was your favorite game when you were alive? Or it could be still your favorite game now. What is your favorite game, Mary? Mary Hobart. Mary Hobart, what did you like best about Apalachicola? Mary Hobart, what did you like least about Apalachicola? Not getting much. Anyway, all you can do is show up and hope for responses and hope an intelligent ghost or spirit or won't mind being on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And if they do mind, they might just ignore you. But no, your image being on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram will not harm you. It doesn't trap you. You're still a free spirit. It just shows your likeness in a moving picture or a still picture. So, let's see. They're saying words that are really quiet. Muff and went. I can't say that I heard those. But there seems to be a lot of, I don't know, it sounds like someone's either buffing a car or mixing something with some type of electric mixer, like maybe cement. I don't know, or they might have a blower that's just not really loud, or it's far enough away I can't hear it that well. Well, it's coming in pretty good. I'm staying in the shade and the sun overall has went in. As far as a cloud going over the sun. All right, I'm going to open it up to anyone else that might be here at the graveyard. If you want to talk, ask me a question. I'm all ears. Let me know who you are. My name is Keith Evans. What is your name? Mary, did you have a nickname? Leg muff went. I don't know if you can hear that, but somebody's sawing wood in the background. If you can hear that, it's not paranormal. No. I'm not getting much. If there's anyone that would like to talk, give me your first name, your last name, or if you want to give me your initials, that'll be fine if you want to stay anonymous. Does any intelligent spirit want to tell me what my initials are? You can choose them one at a time, or if you want to choose initials, go for it. Maybe Dr. John Gorey might be around today. Dr. John Gorey. How are you doing today? I appreciate all your healing energies from you and your other friends that do the healing during the afterlife. It's very nice of you. Both my back and my shoulder feels better. My neck and shoulders hurting there for a while. It's hurting so bad I could hardly turn my head to drive. Couldn't turn left or right. So anyway, seems like I'm falling on deaf ears today. If there's anyone that would like to say something, any topic is allowed. Whatever you want to talk about, bring up the subject, we'll talk about it. If there's anyone here that would enjoy music, what's your favorite song? Gosh, my favorite song. I probably had more than one, but probably from the early 70s. One of my favorite songs would have been Three Dog Night, Joy to the World. That was one of my favorite songs. Oh, hey, what was your favorite song? And that was from the 1970s, early 1970s. Any newly passed ghosts or spirits? What was your favorite song that's still out today? Well, don't be afraid to utilize the Ovilus Vb. That's that piece of equipment right here. This is the camera, the one I'm moving away from me and towards me. Up and down, this is the Ovilus Vb. You got to use your electromagnetic energy to choose words from the Ovilus Vb's database. Well, I'm not getting much today. I'll walk around a little bit and see if I can pick up on some of this energy here. Let's see, Theodore Edmund Hobart was born, gosh, it looks like March 21st, 1868, and passed away, looks like February 2nd, 1907. Was I correct, Mr. Hobart? I wasn't. Correct me on the month and date. Mr. Hobart, was this your wife buried here? I think I got a word. Let me go in the shade where I can see it. After Went, let me see, month was M-O-N-T-H, Went was W-E-N-T, Matter, M-A-T-T-E-R. Muff, Went, Matter. Pretty much gibberish. I can't make any sense out of that with the knowledge that I have, questions that I've asked, and the prospective answers that I would feel that you would respond to. Well, this has been Paranormal Short Session 15 at the Chestnut Street Cemetery in Apalachicola, Florida. Today's date is Friday, the 5th of May, 2023. My name is Keith Evans. I hope you'll watch me on the Paranormal Short Sessions on YouTube. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. Did I get some more words? I'm getting a bunch of words now. I got Ida. After matter is IDA. Ida. Hi, Ida. My name is Keith Evans. Are you Mr. Hobart's wife that's buried here with the full grave cradle? The slab over your area that would be your grave cradle? Seems like the ghosts always want to talk when I'm ready to end. I'd like to thank everyone that likes and supports my YouTube channel, Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans, my Instagram, and my Facebook pages. I certainly do appreciate that you like the same things that I like about the paranormal. And always try to go out and be respectful and get information and communication with ghosts and spirits that is intellectual. And some of what I might be picking up might be residual, the reason why it's nonsensical. But energy is energy. If it's there, it is residual, it'll probably choose a word. If it's intelligent, it'll probably choose a word. That was a group of motorcycles going by, so that was not paranormal if you could hear it. So hopefully it didn't drown out what I was saying. But again, from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to thank everyone who watches my YouTube channel, likes my YouTube channel, supports me in any way as far as liking me and subscribing to a YouTube channel. Certainly do appreciate it. Anyway, everyone have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.